good super spy is always in demand. And Double O Monkey was no exception. Betsy had asked Double O Monkey to keep an eye on Steve.
He disappears every day and won't tell me where he's going. And Steve never keeps secrets, so this one must be big. I tried following him myself, but he always catches me. Guess I'm not as good a super spy as you.
Betsy was worried that Steve was making her another good luck gift for her dance recital. At the last recital, Steve baked Betsy a cake. The time before that, he brought flowers. Steve's good luck gifts had a way of going bad. Betsy wanted Double O Monkey to follow Steve and blow the lid off his potentially messy plot. Because whatever Steve was cooking up, she wanted to be prepared. Betsy said when she'd followed Steve, he'd gone through the park. Double O Monkey was on his tail.
George, what are you doing here? Well, cool. Gotta run.
George wanted to keep Steve in his sights. But if George could see Steve, Steve might see George again. And then he remembered. When Double O Doggy needed to follow someone without being seen, he used a tracking device that made a sound only he could hear. George didn't have anything only monkeys could hear. But he did have a tracking device that didn't look like a tracking device.
A keyring for my favorite soccer team, the Metropolis Ringers? This is so cool! Thanks, George! Listen to that team spirit!
Now, Double O Monkey had two ways to stay on the trail. Sight and sound. But cities are noisy places. Double O Monkey couldn't hear or see Steve anywhere. Luckily, super spies used more than two senses. He'd use his nose. But there were a lot of sniffs to sniff. Opening day of the museum's aviation show. And if there's one thing monkeys, dogs, and men with yellow hats are amazed by, its flying machines.
George? Oh, boy. Yeah, that's a propeller. Propellers move a plane by pulling air in through the front of the propellers and blowing air out the back. No, George, that's not how you use it.
Meanwhile, Hundley was enjoying a Hundley-sized air show.
My great-grandfather flew a balloon from Florence to Paris.
Aviators from every country went to Paris to race flying machines, like all of these.
Oh, it would have been great to see that.
See it? Hundley wished he could have flown in it. Flying looked almost as exciting as being a lobby dog.
Nice souvenir. Have fun?
It sure is hot in here.
The air conditioner stopped. Now that Hundley's back, I can leave my post to fix it. Mind helping out?
No problem. George, you want to stay here and help Hundley watch the lobby?
That fan made a strong wind. George wanted to see how fast the plane would fly using rubber band power plus the wind from the fan. But all Hundley wanted was to do his job and enjoy his balloon. His balloon. He'd let go of the string. George had an idea only a monkey could think of. And he knew just where the man kept his fishing pole. Meanwhile, the hot room turned Hundley's worries into a dream.
Famous British aviator Lieutenant Doxy flew to Paris for the 1909 International Air Show and Race.
Sir! Yes, sir! Descending, sir!
Daring bipedal aviator Mademoiselle Wiseman was also competing.
Oh, good to see you again, Doxy. Loser buys winner dinner, like last spring in Vienna. Oh, isn't that daring American flyboy, Chuck Monkey?
Chuck Monkey was the first pilot to fly over the North Pole. Accidentally, but he did it. Doxy worried Chuck could win this race. He'd heard it was hard to beat a monkey with a rubber band. And there was the dynamic Leaning Tower team.
Ciao, Chuck de Monkey.
And who was this new competitor?
When you're friends with scientists, you never know when you might be called for a science-y mission. Like helping chart undersea volcanoes in Hawaii. studying the habits of tropical fish. Now, George had some time to relax.
George, can you come out and play? Huh?
This was the first time Allie had shown up for a play date in a box.
Bye-bye, George. Hi.
But if Allie was out here, who or what was in there?
What's in the box? Oh, where'd it come from? Is it for you? Can we open it?
These were all questions that George had too. Fortunately, he knew someone who knew all the answers.
Where'd that box come from?
It was here when I got here.
No address? No return address?
Maybe it fell out of a truck.
There's one sure way to find out. No, George, wait. I didn't mean we should open it. We don't know who it's from or if it's for us. Allie's right. It might have fallen off a delivery truck. You know what? I'll call the delivery company in town and see if they know anything about it. Lost and found? I'd like to report a package I found in my yard.
Hold. A box that big? I'll bet whatever's inside is the most awesome thing ever. It could be anything.
Hi, George. Allie, what's in the box?
We don't know.
A mystery, huh?
Yeah, we aren't allowed to open it or move it. All we know is that what's inside is this tall and this wide. Hey! My goat is this tall. Maybe it's a goat.
A goat? Why would anyone mail a goat?
Mailing an elephant will be too expensive. They weigh a ton.
Allie gave George an idea. If they knew how much the box weighed, that would give them another clue about what was inside.
20 pounds.
What weighs 20 pounds that could fit in that box?
Oh, I know. 20 pounds is what a 20-pound goat weighs.
Huh?
I'll show you.
Allie's right. A 20-pound goat weighs 20 pounds. Then again, 20 pounds of anything weighs 20 pounds.
So, it could be anything.
I keep thinking a 20-pound goat.
Maybe because you've been looking at one?
If only there was a place you could see every 20-pound thing that would fit in a box that size. Then he realized there was. It was called a store. First, they needed an empty box the same size as the one at home.
Good thinking. This way we'll know if a 20-pound thing is too big or too small to fit in the box.
Luckily, the country store had everything. Pillows were the right size. But George needed to find something heavier. Weights could fit too. Definitely more than 20 pounds. All spring, George and Allie had a project. A garden. They dug holes, planted seeds, watered, and waited until a tiny sprout appeared. Before long, they were the proud parents of a healthy, growing garden. Then one day, Allie had some news.
It's all up to you now, George.
It turned out, Allie and the Rankins were going on vacation for 6 weeks. The garden was in George's hands. Every morning, he watered and pulled out the weeds so the flowers had room to grow. And then one day, flowers started blooming. George couldn't wait to send Allie a picture. Someone else was impressed with George and Allie's flowers, too. A deer. George had to be careful not to scare the deer away. The next morning, George was eager to check his garden. Flowers weren't supposed to go back into the ground, were they? His deer friend was back. It turned out that the deer liked George's flowers too much. This was horrible. George could just imagine what Allie would say. George didn't know what to do. Then at breakfast, he had an idea. Maybe if George shared his oatmeal, the deer wouldn't want to eat his garden. But the deer didn't like oatmeal. She liked flowers. It was time to call in an expert.
Looks like a deer's been eating your flowers. Yep. My mom had the same problem, but last week she built a high fence and they all went way far away. There's plenty of grass and wildflowers for them to eat. You just have to keep them out there. Hey, maybe you could build a tall fence too. A really high one they can't jump over. Let's see. To buy wood for a real deer-proof fence, we'll need exactly way more money than we've got.
So the fence was out. How else could George keep the deer away? Only one thing had kept the deer out so far.
You mean you want to stand in the garden all day?
George had built a scarecrow to keep pigeons away. Maybe he could make a scared deer. The more pins people knocked down, the more money would be donated for bobolinks. So the children were having a practice game before the tournament to get better at knocking down pins.
You see? Now you can practice with something that doesn't squish or squirt.
Oh, good. You're here.
We have to cancel the tournament.
Cancel the tournament?
We have an emergency.
Normally, I rack the children's bowling balls and Mr. Berg polishes the shoes.
But Mrs. Berg's back has been acting up, so we switched.
And now Mr. Berg's fingers are stuck. I have to drive him to the doctor's.
On account of I can't steer with bowling ball hands. Ow! Oof.
There will be no one to hand out shoes or work the concession stand.
We can do it.
We keep all the shoes over here. Oh!
Oh, let's get you to the doctor before you do any more damage.
Don't worry. We'll have things back to normal in no time. You think you can handle the shoes, George? I'll go get the popcorn started.
Mr. Berg sure had a lot of shoes. Luckily, George had a lot of hands. All the shoes were back in the cubbies.
Hiya, George.
And just in time, the children's practice round was about to start.
This is my first time bowling, but I know I'm going to be good at it, because my grandma always tells me how good I am at knocking things down around the house. Me and my team need shoes. Thanks, George.
Handing out shoes was easy.
Hey there.
Popcorn?
Oh. Is this a new flavor?
It is if you like it.
Let's make another batch. Where does Miss Berg keep her popcorn?
Oh.
Hey, want to watch me get my first strike ever? Okay, here I go. Oops. Next time.
Something was wrong with Allie's shoes. In fact, something was wrong with all the shoes. The shoes wouldn't stay on anyone's feet. This was awful. George had to figure out what was wrong with the shoes, and quick.
Hey, George. The Sprout Bowler is reporting for duty. Huh? Wow. Good thing they gave the little kids extra time to practice. Yup, that shoe is too big for a kid. Most bowlers wear the same size bowling shoes as their street shoes. Little kids probably don't know that.
Monkeys didn't know that either. But then monkeys didn't usually wear shoes.
Size 10, size 10, and size 7. You're right, George. The size is written on the back. Good eye.
They could find the shoes quicker if the size numbers were in order.